Racing, actually everything happened relatively out of the blue, I would say, and then relatively quickly after. I believe it was maybe 10 days before the cup final, approximately. As I said, the story then developed pretty quickly over the next 1 week to 2 weeks, and we managed to then seal the deal, if you like. If anything, I mean, racing as the club it is, it doesn't matter if you come before or after big names, the job is still the same, you know, the pressure is the same, the objectives remain high, so for me it makes absolutely no difference, and I'm confident enough in my own ability to uphold quality, to uphold the expectations. After 1.5 years or 2 years being chef trainer, chef coach in Luxembourg, having a little bit of success with Molenbeek or the new Rahmen. Absolutely, it's always, I won't even say it was my goal. I went back to my hometown club, Eintracht Trier, to help win the league or to help win promotion. And again, it comes down to just being confident enough to know that with my work and my effort that we would do and achieve that objective. And there was only, I mean, it was always part of the plan. Promotion with Trier, and then I would go and do my own thing again. So it was just part of the plan, and I'm exactly as it happened then with Ilias and Racing. I mean, I feel that absolutely I'm in exactly the right place at the right time in my life and career. If I had to maybe put it down into one word or a couple of words, maybe intense. Intense would be a good word. I think that's where sort of a good common ground between myself and Racing is the intense demand for high standards, if you like. So, if I had to put it down, would be definitely intense. I think we are, first and foremost, I think maybe the global goal of Racing is to remain a club which plays international football. This has been the case over the last 2 or 3 years, and we absolutely remain to do that, and to create that is the constant every year. So absolutely raising the standards to maintain that status, and obviously when it comes down to the international competition, that we now, as it becomes a standard for us, can we push on and can we maybe go on around or go through some type of phases. So that's one of the big things, and when it obviously comes down to the league and championnat, by our work rate, by changing a few things, and looking at the past few seasons, we want to be competitive at the top. So we want to push on and obviously change things from the last 2 or 3 seasons. They've been a little bit up and down, if I can be black and white, and my absolute goal is consistency and continuity, that we are in and around the top of the league. The way we work is absolutely getting 100% out of every day and every game day as it comes. If we do our homework correct, if we do our work every day correct, then again we want to be challenging in and around the top. So for us it's definitely a small process, but the direction is clear, and that's the direction in the first places. I think the most important thing was, for the transition period, again, new coach, was continuity within the squad of players. So no big changes, just some valuable additions, addition of players with the correct attitude, with the correct mindset to bring the club forward, and we are really happy. And the most important sort of message we wanted to send, maybe with the transfer market actions, especially from Ilias' side, is that we trust what we also have in the vestiaire. We trust the boys, and we want to create something first and foremost our fundament with what we have, with a couple of new additions, and we're confident of doing that. So we are very happy with what we have at the moment. I know Jan now, let's say since 12 months, watching him on and off a little bit. I think, if it's one of the players that we would love to keep, of course, he is one of those players, and I think we're lucky enough now that the situation has evolved where we're confident enough that Jan will stay with us. And not only for the black and white football side, but I think he has a really important place also in the changing room with the players. He has the correct attitude and energy, and we are really happy that he can continue with us. So in all aspects, we are really happy there. We're still assessing exactly how we manage the forward sort of situation, but I'm actually quite confident that we will create some nice work, and the boys will complement each other. They're all very different actually. So. Look, to have success over a 12-month period in football, you need as many quality strikers, that's for sure, and you need as many goals, and that is for sure. So each one of them will play a big part this season, as will, to be honest, the whole squad. Again, to reiterate, to have any type of collective success, it's important to have consistency in goals. So, yeah. To be honest, I have a certain amount of rules and regulations of my own in terms of how much a team can and should be changed within, whether it's 7 days or 3-day period. So we will stick to those rules. Rotation is definitely something which will be active, but not in a big way, because I feel that also not so much don't change a winning team, but the rhythm and the momentum of one team is also a delicate topic to play with. So we will do this carefully, but I think as Ilias was saying, first and foremost, the conference is really healthy within the team, and for sure each player will eventually during the long season will get his chance to play, and that's for sure. It's going to be definitely a big test for us. Super League Serbia, it's very, very strong physical league. It's definitely a league also which is what I would call, the average age also a little bit higher. Maybe not so much with Čukarički, but it's definitely a men's football league. The competition is, and the standard of football is really high. Technically, I think we might have seen better in the likes of Holland, Belgium, and that type of thing. But the Balkan region is a very, very tough and strong football, very direct in terms of how they play the game. So it's going to be a big test for us. But we're going to do our homework. We're going to prepare correct, and I think just as also with the Championat, I think we don't have anything to fear when we have done our homework and prepared well, and that's the attitude we will take, and we will go and present ourselves as best as possible, and we prepare to get the job done. It's definitely not a thing where I say we're just going out there for a trip to Serbia. We're going out to, again, coming back on to the ladies' question, we will prepare intensely to get the job done. So to put a percentage on it, I think it's wrong, but it's not one of them where we're going to have a nice time in international football. The pressure, we make our own pressure now to get the job done and to come further. In general, it was a little bit of a test because we really had to pack a lot of work in for the boys in the first 2 weeks to try and get a nice clean run for the next, so the 2 weeks before the competitive game, that it's very clean and as it would run in a championship week, if you like. So we had a bit of a test, and the worker and the boys have reacted really well. It's not been easy, so we are in all sort of aspects of the game, we are trying to really get a foot in and be ready. And so over the next 2 weeks, we will then concentrate on, on the tactical side, on the preparation with and without the ball, and also the friendly games which we have prepared. Luckily enough, Ilias was already on the ball there before I even joined. This is the type of test that are going to help us make a step forward, and not only in preparation for such things as the European games, but in general, we need with the squad and players we have, we want to push the boys' limits and standards, and this is the type of opponents we are looking to play against, and we are really profiting. They are tough games. Charleroi, Saint-Gilloise, Metz, Nancy coming. Niederkorn from the Championat, of course. So in all aspects, we are till now. First 2 weeks have gone really smooth. We are also learning from each other. It's still very much a transition. There's still a lot of little things to iron out, but really positive. And the main thing is the umbrella sort of objective is that the players are happy and working well together, and it's more than we can ask for the moment. I think we can be honest. Or I was actually in talks with a couple of other BGL clubs earlier in the year, but talks and materialization of contracts were really slow. And I'm a big believer of actually just how the universe works. Sometimes you plan and talk and plan and strategize, and in the end, the thing which is meant to be for you finds you. And that's exactly what happened. And so in between other things, racing came and the rest is history, if we can say it like that. So I'm really, and again, I really truly believe, sort of what is meant for you does come to you, and it's the classic example. For me, it's, if I had to give you a name, I would be lying, to be honest with you. I think it's a accumulation of just experiences, finding your own way, and making your own design to the work. I think that's if I had to give you an answer, that would be it really. So of course there are influences which, or coaches, or which influence part of your work, but for me it's I think it was more of a process of self-education rather than looking at somebody. I try to watch a lot of live football, and I mean live as in live in stadiums, or and I tried to watch a lot of German English football live, and as the signs are all around you if you want to see them and if you want to learn, and so I think it's just a process of self-education, and